Greetings, viewers of the internet. I'm Semi-Pro Stump, and this is the House of Stump where stuff happens. The Lord of Terror has returned, and it's time to take the fight to him once more. But is this a battle for the ages, or is this crusade doomed for failure? Joking aside, let's get to it. If you've played the previous Diablo games, you'll notice that the designs for the characters as well as for the dungeons have improved graphically over the years. The cinematics are badass as always, as you'd expect from Blizzard to produce in the first place. Of course, there are also storyboards that are shown during the acts of the game to help elaborate the plot. The voice acting of the main characters in Diablo 3 is what you'd expect from a modestly budgeted feature film, although the companion dialogue does get kind of repetitive at times, especially if you go AFK for a while. As for the sound effects, let's just say it meets the standards of a fantasy hack-and-slash adventure game. The reason I say that is because, yes, it sounds good, but I think Blizzard may have borrowed some sounds from either Diablo 2 or even WoW. As for the controls, let's just say you could play Diablo 3 one-handed if you wanted to. Simply put, the controls are extremely easy to use, which means the learning curve is going to be very low, depending on which character you pick out. And trust me when I say this, don't get cocky if the controls are that easy, because all it takes is one mistake and you'll regret it instantly. Logging in for a single-player game. It does seem kind of odd when you think about it. I mean, why should you go online for a single-player game? I mean, yeah, you're going to have lag on a single-player game. That's rather odd. But, of course, Blizzard has their own reasons behind it. They wanted to incorporate a dynamic multiplayer experience, meaning you can have people on your friends list for Battle.net to log in and join you at any time, but also you can set your game to public so random people can join in and help out if you ever so felt like it. And, of course, for those who have played Diablo 2, you should know this: gold is worthless. The same thing will apply to Diablo 3. I mean, yes, there's an auction house where you can buy and sell items, but here's the kicker: you can use real money as well as gold to buy items. I mean, honestly, that's got farmer bait written all over it. I mean, why can't we just use chipped gems as currency, since they're a lot harder to find and worth more to the player than gold? Honestly, I hope Blizzard has someone to monitor those transactions, otherwise it's going to get out of hand very quickly. I know Blizzard wanted to get the game out to us, but a few things did slip through. There were an immense number of errors that plagued the game at launch. Some of the errors were annoying, and others you just did not want to get. At first glance, I'd have to say that the servers weren't stress tested well enough before launch, because honestly, Blizzard did not see how many people were actually going to flock over to Diablo 3. I mean, a lot of people literally Zerg rushed it, pretty much. But factor in server stability issues such as lag in single-player mode, which makes absolutely no sense at all, mind you, random disconnects, which have been addressed to an extent, and of course the occasional login error, which is rare. And that pretty much gives you a bunch of raging people who give gamers a bad name by complaining about it either on the Battle.net forums or on Metacritic like the rest of the trolls. Overall, with the starting problems that it had, Diablo 3 is still a good game to play. With higher levels of difficulty to unlock as well as a hardcore mode for those who crave a challenge, there's plenty of replay value to be had in this game. The final score I'm giving this game is 8.4. Even for its flaws, it's still worth buying and playing. If you have questions or comments, sound off in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this review with friends. And if you want to check out new reviews as they go live, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for future reviews.